Good evening everyone, I am Gwendolyn Isnanca. So we are now in the 1899 Malolos Constitution. So it was written by Felipe Calderon Roca and Felipe Bencamino after the declaration of Philippine independence from Spain on June 12, 1898. So it was signed into law and promulgated on January 21, 1899 and was in operation from January 23, 1899 to March 23, 1901. So these are the salient features of the 1899 Malolos Constitution. First, the declaration of sovereignty of the people, the enumeration of basic civil rights, the separation of the church and state, and provided for the creation of an assembly of representatives to act as the legislative body, and lastly, a parliamentary republica, the form of government. The committee to draft the Constitution was constituted and headed by Felipe Calderon and other members who belonged to the Filipino intelligentsia, who possess intellectual and moral integrity. So the members of the committee studied carefully the three constitutional drafts for consideration. First, the Mabini Constitutional Plan, the Paterno Constitutional Plan, and the Calderon Constitutional Plan. So the Mabini Plan was constitutional program of the Philippine Republic, while the Paterno Plan was based on the Spanish Constitution of 1868. So Calderon Plan was a constitution based on the constitutions of France, Belgium, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Mexico, Brazil, and Nicaragua. After thorough examination and deliberation, the committee chose the Calderon's plan and submitted to the Malolos Congress for approval. So Calderon sponsored the proposal constitution to Congress on October 8, 1898. So this was followed by the contribution of printed copies to the members of Congress. After a few days of deliberating on the sensitive article, it was changed. Thus, the state recognized the freedom of the equality of religion as well as separation of the church and state. The Malolos Constitution was approved by a majority vote of the members of the Congress and then forwarded to the President Aguinaldo for approval on November 29, 1898. The Constitution is the first document ever produced by the people's representatives, anchored on sound democratic callosity and traditions. It embodied the Filipino aspirations of a government that was truly popular, representative, and responsible, with the three distinct branches: the executive, legislative, and judicial. It also provided an article on the Bill of Rights that enumerated the individual's rights and privileges of the citizen. It was designed to protect them against encroachment by the government or by any individuals or group of individuals. So its basis was the social importance accorded to that individual in the democratic society, that every individual has the dignity and worth which must be respected. So the Malolos Constitution had a unicameral legislature. It is unique in the sense that the legislature is superior to either the executive or the judicial branch. So Calderon's reasons for the omnipotence of the legislature was that he feared the predominance of ignorant military elements who might abuse their power because they were soldiers behind Aguinaldo. So the Malolos Constitution was the symbol of unity, freedom, equality, justice, and the customs and traditions that reflect the character of the Filipino people.